Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the alignment of Highway 2000. Now, this alignment changed recently, or we should say was expanded upon. But today we are going to talk about the original alignment, just to give you guys an idea of what the project originally entailed. Now, the project always intended for a road to go from Kingston to Montego Bay. Now, currently, we have two alignments to go from Kingston to Montego Bay, but originally it was only one. So we have a highway going from Kingston on the south coast to St. Elizabeth, Hodges, and then from Hodges it's going to go into Montego Bay. That was the original design. Actually, no. Originally it was to go to Montego Bay on the south coast, but it was to go to Mandeville, and then from Mandeville go to Montego Bay. That was the original design. And then, so I said earlier, we have two alignments now. So that's the first alignment through St. Elizabeth into Montego Bay. And then we have another alignment for the highway to go to Miami Bay. And then from Miami Bay, it goes into Montego Bay. So today we are going to look at the original alignment, what they had planned when they first started to build this highway. Now, a lot of people think that this alignment was done by the IDB back in the 1990s, but it was actually done back in the 1960s. The intention of connecting Jamaica via such a comprehensive highway system was first expressed and clearly defined in the Jamaican Transportation Survey of 1968-69. Much of the current Highway 2000 alignments were proposed and defined therein, including the Phase 1 East-West leg and Portmore Causeway, Phase 2 North-South leg, as well as a proposal to connect the East-West leg to Montego Bay. Now, this was done in the 1968-69 report. So it was not originally aligned or thought of in the 1990s. Now, the proposed highway system was also to include included and adopted in the National Physical Plan for Jamaica 1970 through 90, with suggestions to have an alternate north-south leg from Maypen to Discovery Bay, as opposed to the one actually constructed at present from Caymanas to Ocherios. So the highway alignment was originally done in the Jamaica Transportation Survey of 1968-69, and then upgraded in the National Physical Plan for Jamaica 1970 through 90. Now that alignment changed again this year. Well, it changed over time again, but it was originally back in that 1968-69 survey that the alignment was thought of. Now, in the original alignment, the highway was not to go from Caymanas to Ocherios. It was to go from Maypen to Discovery Bay. But they didn't do that. It hasn't been done. Instead, they went from Kingston to Ocherios, which is, I think, a much better route. However, going forward, we're going to need some highway to take you from the north coast to the south coast, rather than going through Kingston or Montego Bay. But that can come in the future. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about the National Physical Plan for Jamaica 1970-1990. The NPP was a non-partisan plan for Jamaica, first conducted under the United Nations Special Fund Project Assistance in Physical Planning. The plan was drafted by the then Town Planning Department of the Ministry of Finance and Planning and vetted by the then Prime Minister of Jamaica, Hugh Shearer, as well as Minister of Finance and Planning, Edward Seaga. So that is a very long time ago. So the highway so that was the original plan. So a lot of people, although we give credit to Mr. Pattison for getting the highway built, it was under his watch that the highway was built, and he played an instrumental part in building these highways. But the original highway was not developed by the IDB in the 1990s. It was back in these two reports that it was decided to build a highway. And as they said, much of the current alignment that the highway has taken now was done or outlined in the Jamaica Transportation Survey of 1968-69. So, as time, things change over time, so it's good that they have kept updating this plan and expanding on it. This current government has taken it to an even higher level. And guys, we're not a political channel, but it's under this administration that the highway is going to St. Elizabeth, it's going to Negril, and it's going from St. Elizabeth to Montego Bay. The original plan called for a single highway to go on the south coast from Kingston to Maypen and then on to Mandeville, and then from Mandeville into Montego Bay, and a road going from Maypen to Discovery Bay. That was the original plan. Over time, as things change, populations move, cities grow, infrastructure is put in, things change. Now, we have a plan that involves all of Jamaica. And yes, the highways are going to the tourist areas. There is no denying that. But to get from Kingston to Negril, you're going to go through Maypen, Mandeville, St. Elizabeth, which will help those areas a great deal. To get to Ocho Rios, you're going to go through a lot of areas. You have exits for Moneague, you have exits for Linstead, you have exits for Bogwalk, so it opens up those areas. So it doesn't matter why the highway takes the alignment. Tourism is a major part of Jamaica, but it benefits Jamaica. But I just thought I'd give you guys a little history on this highway. Alright guys, this is the highway that we are driving on, the north-south highway that takes you from Kingston to Ocho Rios. Alright guys, leave your comments in the section below. Have a good day.